Meet Pewter AI Builder. Describe the app you want in plain language, and the AI builds it for you. Every app runs on pewter.j as its own built-in backend. That means your apps are secure by default. Every resource is billed straight to each user, so there are no API keys to manage and nothing to leak. It uses fewer AI tokens, and your apps cost you nothing to run. Each user simply covers their own usage. Building is just as simple. Describe your idea, watch it come to life in real time, then publish it at its own link. Start building today at builder.pewter.com. All right, so let's take a look at Pewter. This is builder.pewter, and this actually comes from a GitHub project right here. And you can actually see that they have 43,000 star ratings right here. This is a huge project, very successful project in the space on GitHub. They've turned it into a complete app now. You can actually download this on your computer and install it and use it as an app as well if you want. We're going to use the cloud-based version right here as well. So it's very, very simple. I mean, we can come over here and take a look at our profile. We can go to a dark mode if you want, or working at night or early in the morning. Go with a dark mode. I'm going to go with light mode for today, and then you have your account settings. Literally, that's it. And then right over here, the hamburger icon, you literally just have your projects. You can start a new project or starting if we type something in right here and it starts building an app, it will turn into a project. And then if you push this plus button, it actually just changes these things right over here. So if I push that, it'll just give you different ideas. If you're lost for ideas, it'll just give you new ideas like Kanban board, all kinds of stuff. So I actually want to try the drawing canvas. I've never actually used an app, a vibe coding app to actually create a drawing canvas. So I'm going to go like that. So it says build a drawing canvas app with adjustable brush style and color, an eraser, undo and redo, a clear button, and a way to download the drawing as an image. Add tools to draw straight lines, rectangles, circles, in addition to freehand brush. So you can add attachments right here and just push go. So I mean, it doesn't get much more simpler than this. They already have a lot of like social proof that their stuff is really, really good right over here. Again, the 43,000 stars, very impressive on GitHub right over here. I'm going to go over to the main site right over here as well. So this is the main site over here, and I just want to check kind of traffic where they're at. So they have 600,000 visitors going to their main website right over here, but we are particularly looking at their AI builder, which is this right here, builder.pewter. Okay. So now I'll build a polished drawing canvas app with all those tools. While it's building the app, let's go take a look at one of their blog posts because they just came out with the AI builder. And you can see literally this blog post came out on August 4th, literally 2 days ago. Okay. So they're excited to announce AI Builder, a new tool that lets you build apps using plain language. You describe what you want. AI builds it for you. We've seen these types of apps before. So you're probably going to be, wondering what makes this different than other vibe coding AI app builders. Well, it says every app comes out of a AI builder uses pewter.js as its backend. Here's what that means for you. So apps are secure by default. Every cloud resource your app uses, AI, database, storage, everything, right, is built directly to the user. There are no API keys to manage. Each user signs into your app with their Pewter account, so there is nothing to leak. Okay, so if they're going to use your app, they have to sign up for a Pewter account, and then they're gonna pay Pewter, it sounds like, for using your app, essentially. So it's a completely different model, and it actually takes all the pressure off of the developer, which this is just, right on the surface, just if you just asked me, I like the sound of this, it is a good idea. That's as far as I'll take that because I really don't have any other examples of this being successful or anything like that. But it puts the payment back on the user is what it sounds like. So there's fewer AI tokens being used because pewter.js has a small, consistent API. So the AI builds your app with fewer tokens than a traditional backend stack would need. Apps cost you nothing to run. So you're not $5,000 in bandwidth per month because you have all these different AI apps and all these different API keys you're using. All apps produced by the builder inherit Pewter's users pay model, no matter how many users your app has. So if you have 1,000 users, 10,000 users, or how much they use it, you pay nothing because each user covers their own usage for your app. You can build apps without worrying about operations infrastructure. That's great, but I will just say, a side caveat is I want to see this in action. I want to really see like an app that's built on this model and to take it to 10K, 20, 30K MMR per month, which would be really cool. So how does it work? Obviously, you describe it, watch it come to life, and then publish and share right there. So I do have a link right over here. I do want to click on a user pay model. Let's kind of investigate this a little bit more. So the user pay model means your user covers their own cloud and AI usage. Instead of you, the developer, each user pays the resources they consume in your app through their own Pewter account. Whether you have 1 or 1 million users, the infrastructure cost stays zero. So how it works, the users sign into your app with their Pewter account. So that's where you come into here. They would go to Pewter and then they would find AI image project or blend fruits, for example. Maybe this is an app someone built. So then you would click on it, it would load. Can take the music off. Okay. So, I mean, we're playing right here. So yeah. So I guess for me, is it just like a game or what, like for people to use it in order for them to use the app? Like, I'm just wondering how you make money essentially, right? Every user starts with a free monthly allowance, enough to test out the platform and use apps built with Pewter.js. They can track their usage in the dashboard. If a user runs out of their allowance, Pewter prompts them to upgrade for more. That's great and all. Does that just mean that Pewter pays you as a developer when people use your app? Essentially, it's kind of like they get free access to your app with their Pewter account, and then they pay Pewter, and then Pewter pays you. I'm just interested in like, how does the developer make money with this? Advantage, better UX, single sign-on, and unified billing through the user's Pewter account. So I've got everything, like it makes sense to me. I just don't know how a developer makes money using the app and developing apps, but that's just me. So maybe we will find that out as we take a look at this. So it created this. The app is running cleanly in the preview. So we can go and draw a box. We can make I'm not an artist, but let's make a cube here. I'm using my mouse, and I have a brand new mouse actually, and that's not going so well. Yeah, that just messed that up. So there's a cube. We can change the colors over here. Does that work? Yep. I mean, it just created this super, super fast. We can change the brush size right over here. Really cool stuff. Opacity, we can push clear. We can go and, take the brush size down. This is actually super cool that it created this. We can go and there's the eraser. Okay, so that's the eraser. We can maybe use this tool here. What does this tool do? So it's not letting us select this tool, the droplet tool. We have lines here that we can use. We've got a circle right there, and we could add more things. We could say, hey, we want to be able to upload pictures, things like that. There's some shortcuts that it added in there. So it did, what it was supposed to do. And here's the brush, the normal brush. And then of course you just push clear, and let's just do something real quick. And then let's say download. And then it just downloaded the image, and then there's the image. So, I mean, it just flawlessly made this app for us. That's actually incredible. I have not used an app. I have not created an app like that. So now what do we do? Obviously we could do more things to this. We can go and get a link to this, share the draft right there. We can download, we can go back to different histories right over here. And then we can go and finally let's just publish this. And I'm just going to say that this is, drawing app madness. I don't know. And then what we can do is publish this. And then hopefully we can add a custom domain if we wanted to. So we have site, a clean drawing canvas. So we have our site right there. We can go and share it. We can copy the link. We can go and visit the app right over here. And so now we have our first app right over here. Super cool. But now, like, the other questions that I have is, okay, so they do have a docs.pewter page. That's where you'll learn about, the supported platform, security and permissions, user pay model, again, framework integrations. They have MCP server, deployments, examples. And then down here, you have cloud storage, networking, your auth, AI, SQL database. And then they have hosting right over here. So this will give you the information you need so you could actually go take this code and all that, and then host it on your own domain if you would like. So you can do that. Okay, so I just asked a question and it did answer it really well. So I said, how do the devs make money with building the apps on Pewter if users have to sign in to Pewter to use my app? So it did answer the entire thing. At the end of the day, I mean, so this is, it's the back end basically. Like, this is the app in action that people will actually use. You still would need to build someone to sign into the front end and the Stripe and everything. So like right over here, it does say Pewter doesn't automatically cut you a check. You monetize your app the same proven ways you would anywhere else. The difference is that you keep more because your costs are lower, almost zero, because the cost goes on to the user, which is cool. So charge for your app for a pro tier subscriptions or one-time purchases collected. You can use Stripe, Gumroad, Lemon Squeezy, Paddle, all those, sell digital goods, freemium, all that kind of stuff. So Pewter saves you the cost side, the infrastructure. As you guys know, if you use Base 44, Flute, any of those, cost is continuing to rise. They're making you pay for hosting. They're making you pay for how much usage your app is using. So as your app grows and you get 100 users, 500, 1,000 users, your costs are going to go into the hundreds of dollars, even into the thousands of dollars per month just to run and host the app. Pewter's going to take on all that for you, and all you would have to do is just build the payment integration and the login, and then this is what they would see after they log in. That's the way that I'm taking this. So in short, Pewter saves the cost on the infrastructure, and the revenue side is still up to you via your own payment integration. One caveat, the exact current terms, whether Pewter offers any apps store payouts, revenue share, blah, 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 can you change? So I'd confirm the latest on Docs Pewter. But it does say, if you'd like, I can build the revenue side into your drawing app, a sign-in, a free pro. And so you can actually build this in. You can build in the Stripes. So you can build Stripe as my payment gateway. So I just want to get these answers out to you so then you guys can actually know, because then that's going to really, really make this app shine more than I've seen any other app in this space. I have not seen another app that operates like this. So that means that they will sign up, and maybe for this right here, maybe you can charge $5 a month, right? You know that some of the cost is going to go on them as well. So let's just say for fun, you build this simple app. It took us 5 minutes. We charge $5 per month per user, and then we put a gateway in front of them. And it does say, yes, I can build a Stripe inside the app, but let me know up front about how we want to do this. There's different options. Option A, Stripe payment links. That's the recommended best way to do it. There's Stripe. So you could literally just build a landing page, all that. Let's just say, can you build my landing page to sell the software? And I will just add the payment link. Then once payment is received, then they get access to the Pewter. And let's just see if I can do that, because if that's the case, then this would be just super, super easy to manage. So it does look like it's doing it right here. It says it's moving the drawing app to its own page, building the sales landing page, and then adding the access unlock gate. This is actually awesome, guys. And you can see that once it's done with doing like a task, it turns green, and it's still working on that last one right there. Okay, so it is applying the changes. We'll see what kind of landing page that it created for us. Okay, so here is the landing page that is complete. We can go and take a look. We can view on desktop, tablet, mobile. This is what it'll look like on mobile. Looks really good. And then it's going to go over some more stuff that we can do right over here. The sales page and access gate are live in your preview and running cleanly. Fill in your Stripe payment link. And then you would just go and give the Stripe payment link right there. So now we have this right here. This is what the landing page would look like. Get it pricing. It just skips down here, $19 a month. Obviously, we could tell it $5 a month, whatever we want. Buy now, 7 drawing tools right there. So it will take care of the entire thing for you. And then when you click on the buy now button, this is where you would put your payment link. And then once they get the payment link, you'll set that up in Stripe where it'll have a redirect and it'll take them right into the app. So, and then remember, all of the infrastructure, all of the AI that you're going to be using, everything, all the bandwidth, all the cloud hosting, everything, the secure app, everything is all going to be built on Pewter. And there's going to be one more step after they buy this, right? They're going to have to set up a Pewter account. So you'll figure that part out. They'll have to set up a Pewter account so that they can go and actually use your app and get access to your app inside their Pewter account. And then they will basically pay for the infrastructure costs. So the model is new and different. I like that they're doing something different. They're trying to put some of the cost off of the developers instead of it costing $5,000, $10,000 a month and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to see, I might reach out to the owners of this to see like what's, examples of successful big apps that are doing this and that it actually does work and it's proven and everything. But what do you guys think? If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment below. Like, what do you think about this model where the user will actually pay? I mean, it's probably like, so what I would recommend, right? Whatever you think the app is worth per month, like whatever you would charge, maybe cut that in half. Maybe so if I think that this is probably like a $15 app per month, obviously we would want to add some more features in here and make it cooler, right? But let's just say this is a $14.99 app. Maybe we charge $8 for it and go for volume, because we know that, there might be another $3, $4, $5 per month that the user is going to be paying Pewter. And so it's still a win-win. It's still fair for everybody. It's just that I think that the price that you're going to charge, you might need to come down just a notch, because you really do need to factor that in, obviously. This means that you would actually be able to charge less for the app and you would get volume and more people to sign up because the cost is less, right? And you would still profit probably the same amount, to be honest with you, because instead of charging, for example, $19, right? Because your app cost per user is $10 per month, right? You're just changing the way that we do things, right? You're going to charge them $10 per month instead of the $20, right? Does that make sense? So then you're going to charge them $10, and then the other $10 they would be paying Pewter or whatever, right? So it makes sense to me. It's a new model. I think this is a really, really cool model. It was able to build that app if it can build an app like this, a drawing app, it can probably build most apps. And it did this in one run. Just testing out the app, there wasn't even anything that I saw there was only one button on the very bottom that, it wasn't working, the droplet button. But so far, it was fast. It's extremely simple user interface, no tutorials, nothing that I had to go through to use the app and build an app. This gets a 2 thumbs up from me. There will be a link below if you want to go and try Pewter AI Builder out for yourself. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.